Dominican Republic is a land of colors. Red, white, and tropical blues. But it's all about the green that has people buzzing these days. And no, we're not talking about the back nine. This island nation that may have been an undiscovered country to Americans just 3 or 4 years ago is now paradise found. And real estate projects in this Spanish-speaking country are sprouting like palm trees.
The United States market is now beginning to identify the values and the opportunities that lie here in the Dominican Republic, particularly in a project like this, like Cap Cana, which is aiming to the highest end of the world market.
Cap Cana is aiming far and wide. Hugging the island's southeast coast, the project will be the country's largest private community, a mammoth 30,000 acres, and plans for 5 hotels, 5 golf courses, and thousands of homes. It's just beginning to take shape with hundreds of millions in foreign dollars, 33% of it American.
How hot's the real estate market in the Dominican Republic? Even before they broke ground on this project called Roco Key, they had sold $100 million in properties, 90% of it to Americans. Oh, and one other thing, they did it all in one day.
Roco Key's natural beauty is undeniable. Investors are banking on another seaside jaw-dropper with jungle bungalows for the rich and famous, signature golf courses and villas. Signaling even more American interest, the American hotel chain, Starwood's Resort Worldwide, is building a Westin.
In the end, between 10 and 15 years, we expect Roco Key to have about 8,000 residences and about 6-7 additional high-end 5-star resorts.
Why the DR fever? A series of Dominican baseball stars, a democratic government encouraging foreign dollars, a number of new direct flights from the U.S., and recent good press, coupled with bargain land prices and cheap labor. All of it putting the Dominican Republic on the map like never before.
It's just very welcoming, very hospitable, and once you've come here once, you want to come back.
Many Americans fall in love with the Dominican while on vacation. A record number of tourists visited this past season after Hurricane Wilma pummeled Cancun, Mexico. Even Hollywood is taking notice. Recently, Brad Pitt was flying about the island looking for his piece of paradise. Fellow actor Vin Diesel is planning on building in Boca Chica, and reportedly Robert De Niro is also actively looking. Nestled between Cuba and Puerto Rico on Hispaniola, the Dominican shares this 29,000 square mile island with Haiti. Islanders like to say Christopher Columbus was the first tourist here. Historians believe Columbus landed on Hispaniola before making it to the New World. Today, well-paid tourism-related employees earn between $100 and $140 a month. Poverty is undeniable. The poorest being an estimated 1 million Haitians, like those in this village, who cut sugarcane and work construction. Dominican Secretary of Tourism Felix Jimenez recognizes those low wages are part of the draw, but also says foreign money is raising the standard of living here.
My country is a poor country, but we are working and investing a lot of money in new roads, electrical supply, water supply, and for the modern, for Dominican Republic, more actuality.
A more modern country.
More modern country, of course.
That progress is increasingly visible and encouraging investment from around the world.
Deep, deep down under the sea.
Like Ocean World on the North Coast. A German businessman sunk $50 million into this marine adventure park 2 years ago. It's been drawing tourists from around the country ever since. Wall Street money manager Boykin Curry and a group of investors recently took the plunge on the island's breathtaking north coast, buying 2,000 acres to develop in Playa Grande at a bargain $55 million, golf course included.
He has seen the cooperation of not only the government, but also of key individuals and key development partners in the country that can help us bring this about. So we have seen a lot of interest of golfers. We have seen a lot of interest of people in the industry. And everybody's expecting a lot from us.
Down the road from Playa Grande, the picturesque Cabarete Beach, a water sports mecca for world-class wind and kitesurfing. The daily spectacle here has made a splash for Americans.
Velero, for example, is 5 years old, and at the beginning we had a base of owners, international. Basically, we had roughly 10% were American owners. But now, recently, we're seeing a big flex of American owners. For example, Velero Beach Resort right now is 70% owned by Americans.
American retirees like Phyllis Burney from Wisconsin discovered the DR was a bargain a long time ago, but she says it was the Dominican people that sold her on staying.
My mom is going to be 98 in November, and she said, where else could I be? That someone could be so kind. They actually helped me put my shoes on, that I have someone with me all the time. I don't need a walker because when I want to walk, someone walks with me.
5 years ago, Jason and Michelle Matthews from Philadelphia discovered the DR while on a vacation. They now live part-time on a farm on the North Coast. They also own this 15,000 square foot villa that cost them $2 million. That they rent out to other Americans.
I think most Americans have discovered what Columbus discovered a long time ago, that this is really, particularly the North Coast, is really an unspoiled, pristine paradise. It's not overinvested, it's not overdeveloped.
The trick will be keeping it that way. Kerry Sanders, NBC News, the Dominican Republic.